Man, I love video games. I've been gaming since PS2. Well, before that, but on a console, the PlayStation 2 was my first console. And I love playing games because it's a place where I can vent. The problem with Mass Effect, and that's what you see in the background, the game looks gorgeous, by the way. It's not on the PS4 Pro, I wish I did have it, but waiting for the Xbox Scorpio to release. Drop the PS4 Pro 200. But as we move forward in time, I guess, it's 2017, everyone's become so sensitive. I understand we do need a more diverse characters. We need, more Hispanics, more blacks, and more women to be the main protagonists. But if they don't fit in the game, they shouldn't be in it. I don't think any race, especially in movies, any races, they should be shoehorned in just to fix that quota that they have. Oh, we gotta have a black person because the black people rally up. But that pisses me off more because hey, he's not even a true developed black character. And they always had strong women in this game. Like every colony or every planet that you go to, it was always ruled by women. There were never any men in power. And the people that they hired, one of the women, she hated men. She was the lead animator, and she sucked, by the way. But she hired people who cared more about shoehorning political and social agendas than the game. And also they had this one dude who was anti-white. But as a gamer, I understand that your agenda and your views are going to be shoehorned in the game. But a person can only create a game that they know. So if it's a white person creating the game and he creates a black person, he can't really relate to a black person as a black person creating the game can make a black person. The best games rely on what an individual, especially when creating a book or when you're creating a story, you can only create something unique if it's from your own experiences. For example, there was another article that talks about, and by the way, the first article came out April 10th, Mass Effect Andromeda, a failed social project. But another article talks about how Mass Effect Andromeda should have been left lost in space. He gets into details saying, where was it? Here it is. Mass Effect Andromeda lacks any of the original trilogy's complexity or compelling issues, and instead chooses to carry over only the worst ideas of its predecessors into a galaxy that just isn't worth exploring. And yeah, I mean, that really sums up Mass Effect Andromeda. A shoehorned political game that failed horribly. They introduced, or at least kind of fixed facial animations, but other than that, the game's not worth it. It wasn't worth $60. I did enjoy myself for 40 hours, but if everything felt shoehorned and it didn't feel authentic at all. But as we progress into a more sensitive, I guess, America, I think we'll start seeing more games shoehorn their political beliefs and focus on the political side and not the gaming and the gaming experience and the true story. That's what video games is about. Sure, you can have your political views and they should be in the game, but not shoehorned to the point where it's like, oh, okay, this is, I'm not gonna buy your product anymore. And for a lot of people, that's what's coming to Mass Effect, especially EA. But thanks for listening. I'm gonna do a review about Mass Effect later. What do you think? Do you think more games will be more influenced in a political agenda view? Or would they just be focused on gameplay, story, and experience? Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you agree. Dari out. Greatness